I'll check. I'll refresh.
We see things up and going. It's live.
We do a little bit of waiting. And we're back. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We are back. We're actually the most back we've ever been. All right.
We missed an a cappella section there. Inferno was opening his lungs and giving it all of that. So I don't know quite what happened to the stream. But nonetheless, here we go. We are going to enjoy this map, which has been temporarily paused and giving these players a chance to just kind of get a breath, get their thoughts together.
And now we have no time to get...
Again, Seasonalander is doing his efforts with his sword of much evil. Taking down Polybrown, they must be feeling pretty rough about that. Polybrown having not the best game of their lives, but that is the way when you're playing against such high-tier players. Tearsfall going in for a nice little kill on the Mint Mercs, but does not manage to make it happen. Anorak, I think, possibly even getting a stab off themselves. So, nonetheless, these players are absolutely adamant that this is not going to be a map that they will have any doubts or any fears about when they come to recall it in later interviews. Both teams absolutely definitively wanting to be the winners here. I don't think we've seen this level of competition in such a long time. But here we go, back into midsection. Eddie the Bear creeping forward with his medic. Let's Play's game is being jostled and juggled about. Manages to die potentially to full damage there, or maybe just a knife to the jugular. He said that we are now at the cutting edge, the forefront, the experience of Le Miserable by these two teams, as everything is on the line. What are you seeing, Inferno? What's your expectation? What are you seeing with your eyeballs right now?
Well, I'm currently locked onto SV over here, and he's doing his work with Jazzy and Anorak on the point. They're really aerating and denying it quite very well with their explosives. But Eddie the Bear is trying to walk up onto the point with Solarlight backing him up very well, taking out Anorak. Now Red is medless, which is not ideal for them. The blue managed to take it back with I think about 30 seconds remaining. Because the last time I checked, the time is broken, but I remember it was 30 seconds before it rattled down.
Yeah,
so
yeah, so this is absolutely right on the edge of experience right now. So we do have the timer going down, and everybody feels like they've got to be pulling all of their effort into this. Neither one team really wants to be able to tell their family that they didn't put their all into it in these last few moments. It looks like the Mint players are going to take the point back for themselves. They've stopped the counter, so here we are. Back into the real world. Silly Summer, they are looking to get a little bit of a power kill get played out. They're off on their own. I'm not sure they're going to be able to do anything. They've got the dispenser of Mr. Dispenser, but I don't think there was anything else they could do.
Alright, overtime for Red.
Timer going down.
Interesting.
Yep. I think it's about 5 seconds
left. Yeah, 5 seconds.
Yep. So I think we may even find ourselves in an overtime situation yet again. So like going up there being super effective. Lawrence goes up and down, and there we go. I do not imagine a scenario where either team thought that they had a win right there. I think they both fought tooth and nail, making it 2-2 with everything to play for. The person, the team that takes this one win takes the entirety of the map. And I think we'll be able to relax a little bit. We are indeed. We can't be here all night. The Americans got to take over soon. Are you looking forward to that? I think you are. Right, Solarlight being super effective, super evil,
ineffective,
not getting the kills, super ineffective. But maybe their entire play was distractions. Allow Tearsfall to come in and take down a couple of stars. There goes Mr. Dispenser. There goes It's Jazzy. They are not going to be happy with that. With that performance right there, but Tearsfall is right to be able to mooch their way onto the big med pack and circle around once again. Let's Play games out on their own, zooming back and picking up Eddie the Bear, but I see a hint shot sneaking around the corner. Will he go? Will he go? Who can know? In he goes, he gets spotted. Maybe he pushes the Uber.
Will he survive? Let us see.
Let us see. Let us do a fandango. Thunderbolt, the lightning. Eddie Bear is frightening.
Oh, that is bars aggro.
Indeed it is. Mr. Spade did a little bit of jump in there, trying to get a bit effective work done. Is shooting up into the sky again, but they've been left out on their own. and the entirety of this team, otherwise known as Team, was momentarily super effective. But they fell to the blunt shaved knife of Hint Shot. Eddie the Bear falling down, and he got pretty down and out for that one. But Adgoros out on his own. Seems to be the falling actions of all of these teams when they think that they can make a difference. They can be the one player that makes all the difference in the world and creates an opening. So that is not the role of a lot of these classes. A bit of an exchange here. Is that soldier on scout action? Tilly finishing off Laurentiu. Got him feeling pretty good about that particular exchange.
I'm very interested to see what Blood Galaxian's doing over here. He might be trying to area deny Asartes, but I don't know if that'll be worth it, because obviously it's Sniper versus Pyro who wins in that scenario. All that would part also.
Indeed, yeah. Well, I think we should be writing these down and maybe opening a small slam poetry club afterwards. So like versus
I agree, yeah.
Mr. Sway, the fight of the century. That's going to be happening right there. Let's stop this silliness right now. Sway finding themselves up against a very much more healthy Tilly in that situation. No one came off in without losing a little bit of yeah. And nonetheless, Eddie the Bear being hit on both sides, but Solar Light coming in, and I don't know whether or not Solar Light thinks they are the blessed child. But they cannot do anything against a wall of red, otherwise known as Mint team. Just, I think, deliberately to confuse us.
Oh yeah, of course, that's what they have to do.
Absolutely.
But I mean, it's still all to play for completely, because look at the Ubers right now. Anorak's at 70, and Lex just popped, so I think it's still all to play for, really. Blurred
well, I know whether or not an Uber is effective as to whether or not it gets any kills. Realistically, the sole purpose of an Uber is to kill the enemy team's medic, and if that did not happen, then I can honestly say it was not effective, and it didn't seem to be the case here. So, like, managing to stay alive, almost despite themselves. But whether they find Hint Shot or will Hint Shot find them, there's definitely an exchange taking place. It was the blade of Solar Lights that slipped between the rib cage of Hint Shot, though. So,
too right. Currently seeing what Eddie the Bear is up to. He's on the point doing his work as a proper heavy weapons man, but I don't know if that'll be enough to stop Red from continuing to push up with their Uber.
Their Uber has been pushed, though, has been pushed out, squeezed out, instigated. That's the word I was searching for, and I found it eventually. But again, not necessarily the best use of Ubers. Didn't seem to find all that many targets. I think maybe just pulling everything back to parity. Let's Play Games is now more or less there, 100%. There they have it. This is when we get to see them at their most effective. If they can only get to the action.
Dominating. Look at that.
My goodness me, he's got a 3 kill. That's a nice little streak he's
whipping
around with right there. I mean, I don't know. Did some work. Did a good job. It's more than anyone can ask for, really. Right, here we go. Let's play game. 100%. All they need to do is hold this point for 60 seconds, and it's theirs. I know I've doomed them all, but that's the way it plays. Mr. Spencer trying to hang out, trying to be effective, maybe build a sentry gun, not on Tilly's watch, I'll have you know. These two sets of players, they are very much, I think it can safely be said, the team otherwise known as Team, exactly where they want to be. Uber deployed, though. They are not necessarily going to be able to withstand the mighty force of mid-team as they push out onto the midpoint here. They are going to capture it, surely. They've got the points on, they've got their feet on the ground. They're hovering around this midpoint. They definitely 4 times 4 times 3. They're still going to do it with mere 10 seconds to go. Bonus ducks, additional ducks are being dropped on the ground. As we know, ducks mean quack.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
I don't know what ducks mean, but nonetheless, there's
a little mental pause there.
The ducks mean quack. Not the best thing I've said so far this stream. Right, so here we go.
Oh, what's
Only
Tears for now?
Seconds, the counter is going down.
Oh, being denied by Blood Galaxian. This is looking tough for Blue to pull back. They're not all coordinated. They're not together.
They're not together at all. The counter is going down for them. In fact, there's
Taking it.
almost nobody. Only Eddie the Bear is close enough to be able to put up with some sort of situation. Solar Light zoomed in, but again was not able to get on point in time.
Fantastic from Mint Mercs.
Mint Mercs, my goodness me, I don't know about you, but I feel exhausted. It feels like that game went on for an hour, let alone half an hour. That was
quite a long
effort.
time. Yeah, it was, but
That
it was a
really
good game.
was effort. It was a good game, though. It was a close game. We saw this last time with these two European teams when they went up against each other. We're seeing it this time. These players don't want to go home empty-handed. They put all their hearts and efforts into playing as much Team Fortress 2 as they possibly can leading up to this point. For me, it seems like both of these teams think of Seasonalander as being their final destination, and they are not going to leave with their heads held low. They want to put on a big show, a good show for all of us. And why not? Because after all, this is the show known as Seasonalander, and the show that ultimately is raising money for Starlight Children's Foundation, which requires just a small number of donations in order to get up to the big other number that is on the screen at the moment. Inferno, you know some words about these. Yeah, thank you very much.
Get it up. Yeah, of course.
Just get it up. Get it up one more time.
Yeah, we've basically got still another round, $750 to get there. Please, guys.
Easy.
Throw your old quarters at us. Yeah.
We can do this. For sure. Let's do it. Do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Let's do it. You're back onto your favourite map here.
Yeah, you got the capture point to get the car up, which we now understand how it works.
Yep. We're all pros at this now.
Yeah, we are, literally. Think about it, doing this for years and we still can't get it right. What a joke.
Indeed, what a joke. Right. Which team is going to go out on attack first and which team is going to go on defence? I'm not entirely certain that anything's been sorted out ahead of time. Maybe they rolled some dice. Maybe they did a bit of a heavy shootout. I don't know. But we shall certainly see in a moment or two. Was that as good for you as it was for me, that last map? That was intense.
I think that was pretty solid. They're doing a medic 1v1 to decide who begins.
I think they have done a medic 1v1 for deciding, or have they done, or they are doing.
I am unsure.
I am unsure too. If they haven't done it already, I think this would be really good for the stream. But
they're currently on it.
They're currently on it.
Oh, they're all bidding farewell. Let's see who's going to get it.
Right. So the only players that are going to be on this
Anorak
on the stream,
Lex, I think.
Well, obviously, those are the two medics. So they will be joining up somewhere in the middle, whipping out a couple of knives and syringes and anything else that they've got at their disposal, and utilising the full force of the capabilities of the medic in this 1v1 action. We are going to see it firsthand as these powerhouses of Team Fortress 2 Highlander go at it, and I think they've already begun. They are hedging and facing off against each other. Agra being a little bit of a can we kick Agra? Can we go against them?
Can we get rid of that?
I don't know what's going on here. Agra. This is the normal shtick that I pull. So hopefully.
He enjoyed the game.
Yeah, maybe a bit of overhealer there as well. That's not very cool, is it? What is this, like two? Oh no, yeah. There we go.
They got murked.
Yeah, that was them sorted out. Now we've got a pyro. We've got pyro on. Oh, here we go.
I'll spectate Anorak. You spectate Lex. Let's see this aggro. Let's go.
I'm doing that right now. Oh, I'm playing as Lex right now. I can feel the swords coming out. Bit of a sweep there, bit of a sweep. Gets in maybe a little bit of a kill, but they feel themselves in a very bad situation. They are certainly they're only like a few moments away. Anorak getting awfully close to the edge of the bin, maybe falling in and maybe causing themselves a great deal of pain and panic. But I don't know whether or not.
They're both regenerating.
They're supposed to be melee only. They missed a bit of a memo. Missed there. I think Anorak was using anything other than the melee. Here we go. We're back at it. I think they've all reset and restarted. Now the weapons of melee have been utilised. Oh my goodness me! Let's play games with a massive kill on there. And I think it is over to this team to decide for themselves if they want to be attacking or if they want to be defending first. But Let's Play Games got to be feeling good about that exchange.
Oh yeah, so blue blue are the mints, and team are the reds, which sounds very strange. But you know what I mean.
That sounds very strange. I thought you were having an aneurysm then.
No, I'm all good. I'm all good. I think
Okay.
yeah, team are red and mint mutts are blue.
Yeah. Wow, my brain
Interesting
hurts
start.
from hearing that. Like it just hurts. Think the thing that most confuses me about this map is that it's a payload, and yet it's sort of not. So the two teams, when they first start out, it's more or less the gates open at the same time, and so even though it's a payload,
it's part
there's no
part payload.
yeah.
Very strange.
It's like 5 CP payload. I don't even know what I don't know what the map, like the precursor to this map is called. What is
There's
it?
Divulgence B4B, which is the name of it. Also, Agro, what HUD are you using
Divulgence.
to look at all this? Because I know Critical Floor, the guy who did Floor HUD, is doing the overlay for our stream, and big shout out to him. I use Floor HUD, and I just wanted to ask you what HUD you use.
I've got to admit, for the longest time, I was using VeetsHUD.
Oh, nice.
Which is VeetsHUD's offering.
Yeah,
but
VeetsHUD
I've recently switched to Floor HUD.
Oh yeah, Floor HUD. It is just fantastic. It's really
so
nice.
I mean, as much as I love I could not ask for better HUD for doing casting than VeetsHUD's HUD. I play a lot more than I cast, and I think Floor HUD does a little bit of an edge.
It's basically classic TF2 with extra bits. Like Floor, he's so faithful to TF2's art style and everything. It's perfect. Honestly, Floor HUD is one of the best HUDs to get, and we're so lucky to have him on the Seasonalander team helping us out with our stream deck and everything. So thank you very much, Critical Floor.
Stream deck. We got a stream deck here as well. If someone playing with a stream deck, that'd be great.
That would be quite helpful. No, unfortunately, we're literally just running out of my old headset mic. I need to replace soon because sometimes it gets way too close to my mouth, and you can hear my popping and shit. It's not great. It's not the best.
Can't hear your shit, but I can hear pops.
No, of course.
I get warned about using blue language here if I'm not careful.
Yeah, I know. Apologies for that.
Yeah.
Just the microphone can't be helped. It was a mic error. It wasn't us.
Oh, clearly. That's my mind for me though. I don't know about you, but I also see the capture point for the first, like the outline for the capture point as being like an upturned tack.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's got a bit of it's connected.
Yeah.
For some reason.
It's like, upturned tack is probably the politest way that I could refer to it as. But
I don't think that'd be very SFW, would it?
It would not if we used what we were really thinking. But let's carry on with the stream and what glorious stream it is as well. Yeah, what
are you talking about? Like, it doesn't even matter.
Do you know what? I'm thinking about what silly questions I can ask these people when.
Oh, me too. I mean, our prep from yesterday might not have been enough. We might need to come up with some ones.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, indeed. Oh.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, speaking of silly questions, we already had this. We had this debate in the interim while we were talking about Jaffa cakes, and we were saying obviously the question. It went to law as well, went to a whole legal trial as well, whether or not a Jaffa cake was a cake or a biscuit. But I think a more pertinent question should probably be, and maybe Chat can help us out with this one. Is a cheesecake? Is it a cake, or is it cheese? Wait, hang on. That doesn't make sense. Of course it's a cake. Did I get the two options wrong? Cheesecake is a cake or a pie? My apologies. Is a cheesecake a cake or a pie? Because obviously it's a cake because the name is in the cake, but it's shaped like a pie. It has it's a not moist as such, but certainly not
fully dry,
not soggy. Either. Yeah, it's not too dry. It's not too actually moist. Might be the right word. A kind of moist bottom, with a pie-like filling. This is difficult for me because I as an Englishman, I have a concept of a pie being something that is made of steak and ale.
Yeah, no, I agree with that completely. I think
Whereas
pie is meant to be a savoury thing. I guess apple pie is a thing, but that's more a traditionally
yeah,
American dish.
your pecan pie and all of these
Oh,
other
pecan
pies.
is disgusting. I can't handle that.
Are
It's
you
not my thing.
kidding me?
No, it's
No,
not my thing.
we're gonna lose our friendship over this. I love pecan
No.
pie.
Why? What's
I
good
love
about it?
pecans
Name.
generally. Pecan is like a tasty walnut.
Walnuts are good though, in a savoury form.
Oh yeah, walnuts are great, but like you can't have more than one. Like
Oh no, of course.
unless you're cracking the nuts yourself and you're experiencing the full like that joy of like mashing together like two halves of hell and cracking them open, and then you get to eat the goodness that's inside that nut that you had to crack open. It's like unless you experiencing that, like you can't reach in and pick a handful of peeled or shelled walnuts and just stuff them in your gob, because it's just too dry and
It's
too
not
gross.
gentlemanly.
It's certainly not gentlemanly. Whereas pecans, I think you can have at it. I think you can shovel them in and they just taste gorgeous. But even on their own, they're rough. They're a little bit sort of edgy to them. But pecan pie, my goodness me, pecan pie with the layers of the sort of treacly goodness. I know this has gone completely off a tangent, but I love pecan pie. I haven't had it in years. I love it. Maybe I'm misremembering it. Maybe I'm remembering something that isn't really there. To tell you what what cake I really love.
What?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say what, but yeah. I love carrot cake.
Oh, me too. I haven't had a good carrot cake in years. Oh,
Yes.
I love it.
It's
That is
so
one thing.
like a bad carrot cake is just so miserable.
It's an assault on the senses.
It certainly is. Yeah, and it's depressing the fact that you had your hopes up, because a good carrot cake, my goodness me, I mean, moist doesn't even come close to that feeling of like being swamped in a flood of genuine pleasure. A lovely carrot cake just makes you weak.
Oh,
It makes you weak at the knees and makes you feel wonderful. It's so back to the original question, chat. Can we get like a C in chat if you reckon that a cheesecake is a cake, or a P if you reckon it's a pie? How are we doing? Have we got any mods? Can we get a vote going? Is that a thing that happens with this Discord? We've asked it before, but I don't know whether there's any mods in chat. Maybe everybody goes nuts. Oh, speaking of going nuts, I think we're about starting up. The timer's going down. These two teams are ready to face each other in the challenge of war, as we see the Seasonalander EU Grand Final being played out on Map 2. Round 2 indeed. Map 2, Round 1, half 1, second phase. Anyway, there's a lot to be played for here. Mint have managed to secure themselves a solid win on that last map, and now we are resetting. So the countdown has begun, and the two teams. I don't know about you, but I'm seeing Polybrow as just being gloves and ahead. Maybe I need to fix my HUD. But
no, it's just 0-0
it's a
for me
bad
as well.
thing.
No, on screen it's 30. Don't worry, we've got 30 seconds to talk.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I might do a quick reload HUD. Yeah. What are you expecting to see out of these two teams then, Inferno?
I am having a feeling that, well, as long as they do better than last, because obviously the third and second, the fourth and fourth, it was decided by how quickly the blue team capped. So I have a feeling that, providing these guys get it within under 9 minutes, they should be perfect. You don't want to get to 11.
Well, there's a heavy fist off that was happening on there with the mitten versus mitten action, but it seemed to have played out in Polybrow's benefit. So I think that nobody was really expecting that to happen. Tilly, though, is going a little bit ham in the air with the rocket launcher as they fight their way through this blue team. As we have seen in previous matches, everything revolves around this one corner. If you can get out there and make a serious dent, then you can change the course of your team. But right now, that I don't think has necessarily happened. Having said that, though, Blurred Galaxian, or It's Jazzy. It's Jazzy playing Demoman, has made a serious dent. Hitshot coming up behind, takes down Astrates, and now we see everything opening up for with Hitshot taking, I think maybe going in. Were they able to put a sap on? I don't think they did. Missed that opportunity.
No, nothing happened
yeah.
there at all.
Oh, Uber's
just popped.
nothing happening. Something's happening how now. Uber's exchanged on the point this way, and Anorak now overextending to a certain extent, but maybe they don't necessarily need to. They just need to cause enough chaos to allow their team to get on the point and to allow the tickers to start going down. Eddie the Bear holding off long enough to ensure the rest of his team is able to be super effective. Seeing a Pyro jumping in.
Summer got taken out by both Mr. Spencer and Lauren, but Lauren was sacrificed, unfortunately.
I've got to say, this first point goes very quickly. There was
1 minute 40.
No waiting time.
Yeah, that was quick.
That is a really solid time to get up first point. Truzfall sneaking in behind. I wonder whether they're going to be taking down anyone or anything, or just reporting on movements. The strategic thing to do would be to report,
on Blood Galaxian.
That's miserable. I hate being a pyro who gets stabbed. That's nothing worse, to be perfectly
Your number
honest.
one enemy is literally just taking you out. How embarrassing.
Yep. Indeed. What can you do? With Tearsfall going in again. Takes
On
down his
Jazzy.
Jazzy. It's Jazzy.
How cheeky.
Tearsfall, single person being so effective. It's unbelievable. But I guess all they're really doing is making time for the rest of the team to hold and put together serious defense up on this second capture point, which is what they have done so far. Sway out on their own a little bit, waiting for the rest of the team to catch up. Are they going to do anything? I think they're waiting. They're waiting on this shelf. Maybe offering a bit of support against the Pyro, but here we go. They are trying to get through this section here, which is not going to be successful for them. A really solid defense is being built up. Neither one of these teams willing to give an edge or a mile. Having said that, Uber's exchanged, and it looks
Hitchcock
like
got Uber.
this
Did you
team-
see that?
I did not see that.
He literally just got a cheeky Uber for himself. I'm going to see how quickly they can get 2 points in. 3 minutes 17. They're rolling out quickly. That's fantastic.
And very important under these circumstances to ensure they maintain momentum going up the hill. The rest of the team is not in a serious condition to be able to do anything. Hintshot, as you say, gets a stab onto Pyro. I think it's really more of a case that they were the only people alive in that situation. Hintshot was starved for targets. A very target poor scenario, and again these teams have pulled back. They're absolutely at the turntable. There's no one there offering them any kind of resistance. Maybe Tearsfall is going to sneak in again, as they have been known to do so many times. They are maybe just calling the shots, I think, possibly.
I would not be surprised.
Pyroteer is being harassed a little bit by Solar Light.
Yes.
No. That was... And here comes Tearsfall. Here comes Tearsfall. What can they do? Nothing. They're just going to hide. Maybe go for It's Jazzy.
Oh!
Solar Light versus It's Jazzy. A bit of exchange there. It's Jazzy managed to survive. So does Solar Light. Both retreating back to their various corners.
Oh, look at that rush from Solar Light. I don't think you can get out of that one. It's really
Tilly trying to do something, shoot up to that edge, but not super effective. And in fact, Mr. Spencer doing their role of just hanging on to that cart for as long as humanly possible, captures it down without any serious kind of resistance. And there goes a few of the other players. They're sort of left out on their own, out in the dark. And both Lex Play and Eddie the Bear are not in the right side of the map. They're out on their own, and they have got to be struggling a little bit as they go up against it. How long can they survive on their own? I do not know. The Uber, though, has been forced out of them, and this leaves them more or less completely defenseless for a last push. This is a very fast time, and I do not see this cart being stopped anytime soon. Here comes Solar Light.
What a jinx there, Agra. I agree. No, I don't think Solar Light has enough help to dive into you there. That was quite rough from him. I have a feeling this might be a little bit of a... No, never mind. That sentry has just been taken out completely. That is embarrassing for them. How unfortunate for us. Yeah, they've got 20 seconds on the clock and they haven't got on...
Taking out the last of the defense. I don't think anyone's going to be doing anything, as you say.
5 minutes 30! That was very fast.
I think that knocks the previous times into a cocked hat right there. That really gives you the impression that you're looking for. I think the fastest we saw last time was maybe 7 or 8 minutes. So 5 minutes is
very
pretty
impressive.
solid.
I don't know if they can pull it back. Actually, that might be quite a tough.
Well, I
thing
was
to
going
do.
to say, didn't the previous team wasn't the teams? I seem to recall one of them took 5 minutes to capture the first point last time. So, not always the case that we can say the capabilities of one team reflect the capabilities of another. But 5 minutes against essentially what these two teams are. They are two very well matched teams.
Agreed, 100%.
So
Too right.
5 minutes is breathtaking.
May I redirect?
Given that they're not playing ABBA, given that it's going to be sort of like the first, whichever team wins the map kind of thing, I think they're going to be feeling pretty good about this.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm just going to redirect the stream to the donation page, please. Obviously we're not streaming for free. We're doing this for a good cause. We're doing this for the Starlight Children's Foundation for the spring season, and it basically whatever donations you can give, it helps children in hospitals and across the world, and hopefully we can do our best to get as many donations from you guys as we can. Really. Alex Alibox for $2 earlier said that he prays for everyone that's having a bad time or is having a difficult moment in their lives in hospitals, and he's sending much love. So thank you, Alibox. I love it lots. Much appreciated. And yeah, we await your other donations. Thank you very much, everyone who has donated and everyone who will donate. Hopefully, we'll reach our goal of $2,500 because we're currently at 1,000.
Speaking of reaching goals, a lot of efforts going into this push right now. Solar and Let's Play Games, they are being super aggressive at the moment. So like being forced out onto their own, but will they be able to escape here? They are. They both escaped and escaped at full volume, full health.
They're fast.
To get another kill onto Pyroteer. This is as fast, I think, as the last series went. These players are definitely going at it. Eddie the Bear, supported by Let's Play Games, just skirting past Hintshot. Hintshot knows that they're and goes in for the stab. Whiffs it a second time. Solarlight coming up against them again. Hintshot versus Solarlight. We've seen this exchange before. It hasn't necessarily played out too well for them. Tilly would have otherwise been a target, but how is Hintshot still alive? That is absolutely implausible. Nonetheless, they've left them alive. They're targeting the point. They desperately want to get their feet on the clock. And Hintshot coming in again. Oh! Can they take down Solarlight? They cannot. Solarlight is operational. Solarlight versus Svei. Solarlight versus Svei and Anorak. Anorak and Svei managed to hold out. Finally, the reign of death and fear that is Solarlight has been conquered, and it is this red team, this beautiful team. That is. Let's come up.
Oh, what a denial from Sphere over there. Did you see that? Mental plays.
Absolutely. Well, a lot of action on this point. The red team they're
denying very well.
Team.
3 minutes left.
The mid team are absolutely on it. They absolutely denying everything that comes towards them at this moment.
A main sentry on. Oh, and Hintshot finally taking out Eddie the Bear. I don't know if they have a chance to even get this point in 3 minutes. This is going to be quite
2 minutes 21. It's going to be tough to get the first point, but even if they manage to get the first point, they've still got to capture everything in like the following, I don't know, 2 minutes or something. I don't know if it can be done, to be perfectly honest. They may have just left it too long. Here we go. Second attack push going in now. There's a lot of exchange taking place, and I think the wise thing to do under these circumstances would be to simply to allow them to take this point. But there's not wisdom that is charging these players. It's Jazzy teaming up with Anorak, and they are pushing back full force.
Oh, they're not looking at the spy on point.
But Tursfall is trying to capture the point out on their own. They are playing versus It's Jazzy, and It's Jazzy takes them down. Now, we've got we've got a demo and a medic out on their own, but it looks like they have got to give it their points, but still 2 minutes and 40. 2 minutes and 40 to move that cart the whole way there. I don't know whether it's mathematically possible, but I certainly think that they are not going to get it for free, even if they think that they have a chance of doing it. They've got to have a lot more than 4 people on that point, although technically speaking, it might seem that 4 is enough people to, or too many people, or the maximum number of people you can have a car in order to carry it or move it forward. But that is not necessarily technically the truth. But nonetheless, here we go. We're getting back into the fray.
I just realised they have to get through the turntable as well.
They've utilised the Uber. They're pushing in now with everything they've got. Is it going to be enough? Takes down the sentry gun. That's certainly a good start. takes down another couple of targets. They're definitely trying to push in on there, and there goes Anorak. Anorak is no longer even in the fray. There is a lot of energy, a lot of effort being put into this car. It's moving as fast forward as it possibly can. I see a teleport exit that is still being left alive, and a dispenser built by Mr. Dispenser. Depending on the use of the engineer loadout, they might be able to make use of this. Do some cunning things.
It's getting close. They have 1 minute 30 and the turntable's going awfully slowly. I don't know if they can make that.
It must feel like pain watching this turntable go
it takes
right
so
now.
long!
Why? Turntable, move faster, turntable!
15 seconds they just wasted on that. That's ridiculous.
Hit shot has just been noticed by us starters.
Starties. It's the starters.
Starters. There you go. Yeah, seems
1 minute left for 2 points. Can they? But Mr. Spencer has nearly level boosted it up.
This is where it gets nerve-wracking.
I'm actually biting my nails, man.
Don't, man. Oh, here we go. There's Polly Brown jumping in, getting a few damage done, a few points of damage. Maybe it's enough to make a difference. The Uber has definitely been pushed out of these two players.
Mr. Spencer said he's down there in 40 seconds.
Only 40 seconds to go. We all discounted. We all said it was impossible. Here comes Hitshot. Will they be able to make a difference? No, they don't. Hitshot gets taken down. And now we find ourselves in a situation with only 30 seconds to go. Is 30 seconds long enough? Is 30 seconds going to be all it takes to capture this point? Or will it come right down to the timing wire? Did they waste too much time trying to capture their first points? They are definitely in a position of control and fortitude as they try and force their way out there. Let's Play Games, giving as much support as they possibly can. They're surrounding this last point. They're pushing in with everything they've got. And the red team is definitely trying to do something towards doubling them, but there's not enough. There's not enough players out there. And right down to the last wire, the last 3 seconds, they capture it. They have definitely done the impossible. They've beaten the odds. They changed the script, and they have made this a GG, absolute 100%.
Oh my goodness.
Holy moly, GGs. That is the GOAT. That is the experience. That is what we've all tuned into today to see Seasonalander at its absolute best.
That is absolutely incredible playing from both sides. And we thought it was a roll. Solarlight was doing absolutely fantastic work. Mental. Aggro, I don't know
Genuinely blown away by that. Wow. I need to take a sip. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, me too. I need to take a swig with that one.
Swig of water.
Pour one out. The Mid-Mercs thought they had it in the bag, but that was we're going to a third round of King of the Hill, guys.
I genuinely thought that was over. That was the fastest play I've ever seen. That was everything.
In. That was crazy, man. That was insane.
Oh my goodness me. 2 seconds, 1 second. It's like watching a Bond movie. It's like somebody defusing a bomb.
Adrenaline is going through my veins right now. That is something. Oh my goodness.
If that's not worth a donation, I don't know what is.
Yeah, please, guys. See, this is what you get watching
the
stream. Please contribute. Please donate. However you can. We'll read your messages out. We'll send your shout outs. We'll do whatever you want us to do. Just send us some money. Send the money to the charity, and we'll be good.
Not everything. Not anything.
No, but a large amount.
We'll do something. We'll do what we can.
We'll sing a dance and prance about. We'll do that. It's all good. It's all solid.
Indeed. Solid.
Yeah.
So solid.
That's pretty good. Let's just have a little look at the final King of the Hill map, which is the grand final of Seasonalander Spring EU brackets. Who's excited, guys? Get some 07s in the chat. Get some pogs. You got to get excited. Got 70 of you watching. Please make sure that you contribute to the chat. Contribute to the stream.
During the stream, you've been lurking in the background. Now's a chance to wiggle your hands in the air. Just let us know you're here. Let us know that you're still breathing and you're enjoying it as well. There's so much to play for. Both of these teams given absolutely their all into everything that they've done for the stream for the last couple of days, and they are neither one of them is looking to go home the losing party. But I think either one of them is going to lose. I think
neither of them they're both winners in our eyes.
Absolutely, they've definitely worthy contributors.
They've gone down
towards
to the wire many times. It's so unbelievably nerve-wracking. I don't know about you, but I'm on the edge of my seat, really.
I don't think I've strung that many words together in one time in my life. I think I've been holding on to entire groups of words. My words would be useless after this. My voice, I'm fully expecting to be done.
I'll be fried.
I'll be fried, 100% fried. But like if these teams are giving this much and we are found to be wanting, then what are we even here for? I mean,
Oh, of course.
we've got to experience it to the absolute brink of our possibilities. So I am absolutely loving this. I love Team Fortress 2 in general, but I love competitive as well, and the
Oh, of
combination of competitive and all of the players like who are not necessarily like Twitch streamers or YouTubers, but they've contributed where they can towards various causes throughout
They're doing it for the love of the
their
game.
lives. And they're doing it for the love of community, and that's kind of at the end of the day what it's all about. So yeah. Got a donation from Gray here as well. $50, 50 smackaroos. Thank you very much, Gray. It was worth the donation. I love Highlander more than sixes. I am delusional. Dude,
Thank you,
Gray,
Much
say what you
appreciated.
will. Thank you very much for that. But I also love Highlander. I think I love sixes almost as much as I love Highlander, but I kind of do prefer Highlander. It's I feel like it's my spiritual home.
It's the true TF2 experience, one could say. But sixes is very interesting.
Yeah. It's the true TF2 comp experience, maybe, I think.
Oh,
But,
100%.
yeah, but let nobody from my sixes team hear about that. I said that.
No. They don't need to hear about that.
yeah. Nonetheless, here we go. We
Final
have
round.
Both teams know what they've got to play for, and this is kind of the moment where the teams are kind of they've had two big matches. I think for both of them, they've got to feel like there's an intensity to that last round that was unmatched, that they've got to calm down, they've got to take a moment, they've got to gather themselves together and just be in the moment. Ignore what's happened before, ignore what will happen afterwards, but live through this moment. They've got to take not one, not two, but they've got to take 3 points in order to win. And that might happen all at once. That might happen consecutively. It might happen one here, one there, and another one finally at the end. But whichever team manages to get to that place first is going to be declared the winner, not just of this map.
I think they're ready up. Let's get a little. Bless you, Edgar.
Bit of everything. Thank you very much.
Is that hay fever for you?
No, that is not hay fever. That's Highlander fever.
Oh, wise, very wise.
It's each of us in different ways.
Too true. I think we're going to be taking a little eyes on Summer here. Online bars. Let's have a little look at who is doing what and where are they. And are they going to be all good to play the game?
We're about to see something pretty darn amazing here.
I'm excited. I'm also terrified because this is like
Kind of beside myself with excitement.
yeah, no, it's all to play for really, and it's a lot to play for.
I'm telling you right now, keep your eyes on Solar Light on the first rollout. If that previous Koth map was anything to go for, I think Solar Light is going to get to mid first.
It's the one to watch.
And then they're either going to start dominating or they're going to wait for the rest of the team to catch up. But I think they are going to be the first person that we see getting all the way to mid.
Definitely. No doubt.
So, looking around and seeing what people are playing with at the moment. That was Solar Light briefly, but I've seen.
All right, we're beginning. Let's take a peek at Solar Light and see his rollout and see how well he does it.
Here we go. And welcome back to the final map. Here we're seeing ourselves very experienced players. And unlike as I predicted, Solar Light is not at mid first.
Laurentiu's actually, he's trying to area deny Red very well, but flanking behind them pretty well. Oh, never mind. Solar Light, he is doing work. Literally jinxed Laurentiu there. How unfortunate
my
turn of
apologies.
events. And poor hit shot too. What a play from Solar Light as expected. But Blue Seal to be remember on the point, just about holding it up. We'll look at the crit streak, but absolutely taken down from the starties there, doing some wonderful defense. And I think Red team takes the first point.
100%. They are fully up and alive and utilizing. Only Mr. Svay seems to be surviving long enough to try and get some commiseration points, but they finished off by Grastios and Tilly as well, following up as well. So it looks like there's a lot of love for this team, the good old team of Team.
Oh yes, of course.
Team.
Too many teams, too many fortresses. Not enough teams, not enough fortresses.
Yeah, exactly. As the way that these things go, Speaking of things going, things are definitely going for the team. They are 100% alive at the moment, with the exception of a few players, and they are holding forward a little bit at the point. I'm not sure that's necessarily the best choice they could have made under these circumstances. Being punched a little bit by Svei and Blurred Galaxian. I think I'm trying to see where Lex Play is at the moment. They seem to be bullied a little bit by Blurred, who's admittedly only a few hints up. But now, I think we're getting close to having, my goodness me, have you seen that turnaround?
Yes.
Where's Team?
I think they've been murked completely. They're all out.
They've been wiped. It's only Tersfall that's kind of like sneaking around behind. I think Tersfall is going to go for the tele entry. Whether or not they sap it immediately, yeah, they have done. So that's them being a little bit vicious, taking down that tele both in and out. So that means that there's a little bit less support for this team as it comes through. But let's see what else happens.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous now. I mean, the teams are both interesting. Summers on the back burner. I'm not really sure why. I guess because they're using their thermal thruster as well. They're trying to get in and burn people's behinds.
And it's the nature of the thing. Yeah, we've got the clock very much ticking down in their honour right now, but not necessarily. It was a long pause that they had, a lot of time that was given over to them.
Oh, nice stab by Tears on Blurred there.
Yep. Another brutal stab by Tears to a Pyro. Unfortunate work, but that's what you can do.
You can't be taking those snack breaks in the middle of the game, though. That is Polybrow. Got a bit cocky there, a little bit too confident. Let's have a little look at his shot, see what he's doing. He's currently dead, never mind.
Yeah, Tersfall is worth watching as well, although only from the perspective of them being alive, not necessarily making any moves. Although I think that they have seen the back of Anorak, and they maybe want to dig in and have a crack at it.
What a nice pick on Anorak there by Solar Light.
Solar Light, yeah, indeed. There's nothing more disheartening than being a spy and put yourself in danger, and to discover that your demo man comes in and sneaks the kill off you.
Yeah,
so,
how embarrassing, honestly. It's quite a shame. But you know what?
Embarrassing.
Yes, I know, it's quite disappointing, really.
Indeed. And after the drama of the last map, I think there's a lot of domination happening by this team. The likes of Tersfall and Praj, Eddie the Bear as well. The team are just being so dominant right now. Now, maybe I've doomed them with this proclamation, but I think in this moment they are got to be feeling pretty solid. Blurred Galaxian just yeeting the unfortunate player off the map. That's the way it goes sometimes. What can you do? Loanetu finds themselves doing a 1v1 scout on scout action, and unfortunately falling to aggro. So right now, I think it's introduced like bizarrely an MGE, a mid-game MGE,
yes,
with
very true.
heavy on heavy action. Yeah, I genuinely believe though that the pyro action is much more enjoyable. Blurred has been doing some classic work, just yeeting people off the edge, making full use of that edge, which is should be utilised for all pyros of all time.
Interesting. I've had a little peek at the donos. We've got a Useless saying $25, saying what a pub push, and Echoey Moses 5 saying giving what I can to help nudge the amount posted that crispy 2,500. Let's make it happen. Seasonalander family. Thank you very much, Echoey Moses. Much appreciated. Very good. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Blue just takes the point back,
wasn't it? Pub push
literally
all the
was.
time.
That's what I'm saying. The Solar Light might be able to deny that. Never mind. Got reflected away. Unfortunately.
They've got to hold out for 1 minute and 20 seconds versus 4 seconds for this team.
I just realised Red all have matching hats. Team all have matching hats because of their team status. They've got 3 pumpkins on their heads. Yeah, it's nice.
That makes more sense. I was wondering what was going on with that.
Yeah, they got matching equipment. It's pretty cute.
Indeed. That's how well they've gelled together as a team.
I see what you did there.
Gelling well. They've got to do some extra gelling to come out here. They may have the time at the moment, but that only really counts if they're able to capture the point. So, are they going to put together a nice little bit of offensive action? Eddie has
Eddie's got
the Uber popped out on them. But maybe they popped it a little bit too early because there's no one left to kill, and there's no one able to capture the points. The sniper were trying to get up their footfall on there, was taken down by the scouts, and now they're trying to
He soloed that. You see that from Polybrow?
Crits are coming out. It's Jazzy dropping so many crits. Takes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's so much effort going into this. Anarok left out on their own a little bit, but now it takes down Tilly. A little bit of pyro flames, tries to get down Anorak, but Anorak still managed to survive after all of that effort, all of that distinct trial.
Pulling it back.
And it seems to be that maybe the overtime is going to be taken one way or the other. Svi left is trying to do
no,
but
it wasn't enough for them. Mid takes it.
Goodness me, that is an absolutely amazing, solid victory. 1 minute and 40, taking all the way down to 0. I don't know. There's a part of me that thought that Mint kind of scraped that one through, but another part of me that thinks that Team just felt a little bit too confident, and they allowed themselves to fly a little too close to the sun. Speaking of sun, John Sun_Peggy drops in $15 with the message, everyone keep donating, smiley face. Appreciate it, no, but it still happens. So there we go, another run out to mid. Solar Light tries to do some work, takes down Anorak, which is the important pick. Dies for their efforts, but now we see ourselves in a situation where Let's Play Games
by Mint
50% advantage.
Oh, never mind, it's not enough for Eddie the Bear's trying to do a little bit of contesting over here. I have a feeling that they might be able to get on with Tilly
long enough. Eddie versus Polly. Eddie takes the win, but not without taking some damage on themselves. They are going to capture the point, and more to the point, they're going to capture the point and still have an Uber. An Uber or a Kritzkrieg?
I think they're on crits.
That'll be interesting.
Red are on Uber, and blue are on crits. Interesting. Anorak's on crits. Interesting. Unorthodox, but it might work. It worked out well last time. So.
Well, yeah, there's definitely a movement for it to happen. The Uber being utilized, I think. Again, I'm not sure that was the best use of an Uber, but if it meant that the medic stayed light. Oh, did you see Solar Light go in there?
Again.
Absolute dominant force. Wow. So it just comes out of nowhere.
You shouldn't put any sword or shield in that man's hands. Like, it's just too much power for him.
Just too much.
He's probably playing with a PS5 controller, to be fair.
He's probably playing with just the pedals from a flight sim.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah, he's probably a tambourine.
He'd be playing with anything but a mouse and keyboard, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Anything but. Anything that makes any sense will not be in his hands. But anything that does not will definitely be there. So, like, eventually being taken out by Mr. Svay. A nice little air shot, nice little pop him in the air, take him out moment there. Sursfall trying to get in there, trying to be a bit of a git, but really without much success. This is an interesting moment. Tilly find themselves a little bit offside, a little bit outnumbered, and this is where I think these teams start breaking down again, where they're not necessarily pushing towards a singular goal, where they're all spread out a little bit. And I don't know that these teams, either any one of them has the DM to be able to pull off a singular sort of standalone and be out there kind of moments. They've got to be able to pull back together and use the power of numbers. Otherwise, they just get taken out, and that's what we've seen a little bit before, and I think we're seeing that a little bit right now.
I mean, they might have overextended a little bit.
As I say, that's a short way of saying the big long words that I used to get up to this point. Hit shot is
you see that air shot?
Causing a bit of damage.
It's Dispenser's sentry there. Solid.
Wow. Okay.
All right, we're still all to play for, really. The Mint Mercs are completely over the point right now. They're covering it very well. Jazzy, again, with the Seasonalander. Yeah, doing some fantastic work at area denial over there.
Pyro is absolutely brilliant under this
Tearsfall being taken out again. Jazzy is doing some fantastic. Well, let's see Svi. He's overextending quite far, actually. He's almost a red spawn. Look at that. Taking out Tilly very quickly, dispatching them amazingly, and also getting dispatched himself quite easily as well.
Prize as well, going down Spay and
look at that Solar Light.
Here comes the crits. Oh,
here comes the hit shot.
Goes in. Takes down Let's Play, takes down Eddie the Bear. That is all of the offensive talent they thought they were going to be bringing into this match.
Another
in this one instance.
Brudge as well. Amazing. And Solar Light being taken out. The heavy hitters are all gone.
What to hit shot. Has somebody woken him up? This is not the
He's
hit
locked
shot we've
in.
been seeing up to this moment. This is absolutely his match to play for.
Look at him. Oh, he's going to get another good stab.
He knows he's going to get another good stab. He's so cocky about it. He's waiting for Eddie to turn around. He's deciding, does he go for the medic or does he go for...
He's going to go for the med first, I think. Oh, I can see it.
Oh, here he comes, here he goes for the heavy first. Take down the heavy.
Oh,
and now he's cornered. But he's escaped. How's he escaped? He's up on the stone. That's impossible. I'm sorry, I'm not going to look at Hinshot anymore. It's ridiculous. He might as well be looking at a blank wall for all the information he gives away. Takes down Tilly as well. That is just domination right there in that one moment. I don't know. I don't think that they enjoyed having that last point taken away from them. I think
they got 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're going to let it happen to them again if they're not careful. Here comes Solo Light.
Open moment just there. That is rough. Jazzy just taking her out.
Taken down. Now what's going to happen? We've not got a lot of players able to defend this map.
Look at Lauren overextending a little bit, but it might have been worth it. They're trying to just get the cat.
I don't know whether it made a difference. 7 seconds to go. There's no way any team player is going to be able to get closer to it than Tilly will right now, but only if they rock it in. And I don't think they can. I don't think they're going to do anything to be able to take down this point. I think the overtime has it, and that absolutely is their point. This goes the second way to Mint again, and coming from absolutely nowhere. Hinshot
just being kill streak.
Just being evil. How on earth did that happen?
He's
How
still
did
on a
he
9.
let that happen?
A game that was a fantastic round. I must say, Hinshot, he's currently doing mad work for his team. Like, he's doing a lot of work.
I think maybe Hinshot has put down the Guitar Hero symbol and picked up a mouse and keyboard and is now playing to the fullest of their capabilities.
Is Hinshot the new solo? Like Laurentiu, actually, to be fair, he's cleaning up around, like getting all these flank kills and picks. It's quite impressive.
Yeah,
that Hinshot on Tilly.
A Spies game this time around. Blur, Galaxian pushing out a little bit on their own, trying to make some sort of move here, but spots a random Tours fall and takes them out instead. Now we're playing with knives and
Blur's area denial.
Hinshot goes in again, tries to get a shot off, doesn't manage to make it this time, but now they are finally find themselves in a situation where they're at good measures. But Laurento finishes off Let's Play Games. Who has
Solo Light's being completely denied by the Blue Blood Galactic there because of the obviously Reflect cancels out Demo Knight. But to be fair, Red have managed to get back the point for the first time in quite a while, so hopefully they'll be able to maintain that for a little bit. I don't want it to be completely
steamrolled, do you? Eddie the Bear out on their own. Whether or not they're going to be able to do anything, I don't know. But nobody Med's caught up to them, so I don't know. They definitely want to do something. They can't just wait on their laurels. They can't wait for the fight to come to them because boy ever will it.
Polybrow getting on the point with the Huolong Heater. The Huolong Heater is doing a fantastic job at cleaning up all of these extra people. It keeps the spies away, and to be fair, it's quite an underrated weapon, I think.
This moment, I'm not sure whether it's been best
what an
utilised
overextension by
under the
Polybrow.
circumstances. Speaking of which, there goes Solo Light. There goes one extra kill, but if Solo Light is only taking down a Polybrow, I'm not sure whether that's worthwhile. We expect and have seen much more from these players in the past. Now it's a little bit of tiredness taking in, a little bit of dejection taking in. They've not been able to capture a point for themselves. I think all they need to do is get that one kill, get that one stab, get that one shot, and put some time on the counter for themselves.
Will it be a drop or will it be a pop?
Who can say D's or P's in chat, please, if you think it's going to go the drop way or the pop way.
Red are contesting. Blue need to get off their crits now if they want to do something to get that point back. They're letting a sniper solo cap, basically. Crazy work.
What can you do? What can you do against such
They need to crit Jazzy, I think.
I don't know. Here comes Tourist.
Here comes the crit!
Oh, here they come. And here comes the Uber at the same time. Solar Light being Ubered, Eddie the Bear being Ubered. They weren't expecting that. I don't know why they weren't expecting it. They knew it was going to happen. But here it comes. Here's Eddie, his Let's Play playing along with a pirate. It's Jazzy just kind of hanging out. There's no reason for them to feel they're only down to like 2 health or something, and still they feel comfortable with hanging out right near the front. Here comes Svei. Anak has gone down as well. Svei is trying to find somebody, but there's nobody left to kill. Everybody's already down. There's only a few players, but they're playing right at the bay front. Tilly and Tully and Agra playing together around this sort of hut area. They've both been isolated. Or Solarlight comes in at the last moment to try and make sense of the cacophony of damage that's happening around them. Are they going to be able to get out in time? I don't know. They've certainly found a little bit of healing. And here we come. Hintshot. Hintshot is coming around again. They know, we know what they're going to do. They're going to take a face stab to try and do some damage. Doesn't manage to happen though. And here we find ourselves back in a situation they've been in so many times up to this point, where we are seeing a lot of effort going into a very small number of excellent plays. Truzfall putting the sap on. I see a pirate here. And I see Polybrow doing a lot of damage there, but going down for the cause. And here we go. The point is finally back on their side. They have the clock ticking in their own direction. Let's play. Pretty much solid, about 30% ad.
Interesting work.
Indeed.
I think Summer basically majorly overextended there, but somehow managed to escape with her life. Never mind. I jinxed it. Sorry,
I say Hintshot hanging out in this mid area. They're waiting for something. They're waiting for a moment.
If only he could see tears fall right there.
Somebody
is he gonna get Tilly?
God.
Let's have a little look and see what's Hintshot. I don't think he has enough health for that.
Yeah.
Let's have a little breather for a minute. I think both teams are waiting for their Uber because Anorak's nearly 100%. And
no,
Lex
I tell you what,
Hintshot
is staking out the tele exit.
Interesting.
Come through.
He might get telefrag though. He's a bit close.
There we go. Oh, he did!
No way!
Oh, it's so glad nobody was watching that. We totally got away with that. It was awesome.
I cannot believe I predicted that. That's so funny.
Oh, bless.
That is the open moment of the season, man. That is the open moment of the season. That might have actually cost them the game. That might have cost them that round.
Oh, no, let's not go there. No one person can make a huge difference. It's a team effort.
It is a team effort. You are right.
Eddie the Bear, speaking of teams, Eddie the Bear hanging out with Anorak.
Did you see that aggro? That stab from him?
Yeah.
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh, he's made it all back. Whatever he lost in that moment, he's pulled it all together again.
The all loss has been redeemed, and they have a minute to go. Can they stake the point out for that minute? Let us find out.
I don't know. Like, they've got to do...
It was all mind games because he's a spy, you know? It was all mind games.
Oh! Yeah, of course it is.
Solarlight! Fantastic work from Hintshot, honestly. That telefrag has been completely ignored, by the way, Hint. Don't worry, you're fine. It will be brought up later, though.
No, nobody saw it. It'll be fine.
Someone needs to clip that.
Let's game in chat.
Crazy.
Here we go. 40 seconds to go. There's a lot to play for in this one match. Here comes
Solar rushing in. And Agri.
Takes down Anorak, though. That's a real opening for them. If Let's Play can stay alive long enough to make use of this, they can do some good work.
Mr. Dispenser. Oh, no, I think it might be all over.
I think they're going to take it. Here comes Blur Galaxian, though. He's not willing to give up on it completely. He's got his foot on the point. He's not going to leave it until everything's done. And there we go. Finally, a 2-1 is the recorded score so far. And we find these players, neither team, willing to completely give it up without a good fight. As we find that we have got to speak again for one more round, at least one more round, maybe two. And the teams are reset.
Tilly's rollout. Let's see what she does. Let's see if she can get to the point first.
It's Jazzy moving very fast. We've got Agra following up as well.
Who's going to get there first?
Red team. Everybody is going at it. Here comes Solarlight, and they've been saving themselves up, trying to get into a blurred action.
Absolutely denied.
No, not going to work for them. Tully has gone down as well, so it looks like a lot of this aggression has been nullified. And this team of the Mints, as they're otherwise known to their friends and family, they're surviving a little bit better than Team Fortress, which is unfortunate, but that's how that thing rolls out. So, although we are seeing Lex Play, I was going to say Lex Play is still alive, but let's say the Lex Play didn't stay alive for too long. How is Eddie the Bear still alive, though?
I have no idea. He's not really been. Yeah. To be fair, he is still top of the leaderboard, top of the charts. But Blur Galaxian absolutely carrying his team. Look at that. Pyro 73 points, the most of the entire game. Mental. Well, Mint takes the first point. Let's see if they can hold it for 3 minutes solid, or will they be rushed in by Solarlight? Oh, interesting play from him.
Yeah, Solarlight as well. Solarlight's a living sticky bomb that yeets around the map, goes around corners, and then takes out enemies. He lives to tell the tale. Here goes another.
Launching him. That was insane.
Yeah. They managed to survive that one. Here comes Tearsfall, though. They are going to try something, I think. Maybe taking the long way round. Let's just see if they've got anything in their minds.
Oh, I think they're trying to get a med pick. Oh no, they're getting teleporter, not like in shot.
Telly.
Yeah, I see
it's
that.
Not nothing. It counts.
No,
it counts.
it's good. It's good.
Svei doing a little bit of damaging though, playing very far forward for him, but not sure. Again, I think he might have his eyes on taking out Eddie or anyone who comes through.
Solar's being flung about. Nice shot, stabbed by hint shot on Eddie the Bear there. They've got no heavy now. But Solar's, he's doing some work, being denied by standard stuff by Blood Galaxian. They're denying Solar Light from his little charging in. But I think they might be able to cop in a 2 seconds here.
Solar Light just primped across the entire map, picked up the med pack, and now has very much their eyes on whoever else is about.
Oh, Mr. Spencer and the Sentry.
Sentry for what it was worth. It was only a little one, and
I
don't necessarily think that that's the best use of his time. I think he's...
No, maybe not.
Yeah, but
maybe
nonetheless...
the medic on Anorak, which was just popped, by the way.
Oh, awesome.
Interesting. Anorak's been murked, and unfortunate for her. They've got a minute and 15 left. Pirateer is on the, what's it called? The Sydney Sleeper, interestingly. Maybe.
Blood Galaxian trying to push all the way forward into the enemy team.
I'll take it out,
I think just target-starved experience right now.
Oh,
there is a lot of bodies flying towards that capture point. You said it before. I don't know whether they can capture it for 3 minutes, but they're definitely putting some time on there. That's been 2 minutes and 10 seconds so far. Tearsfall being the closest so far to try and take that down.
Pirateer, the
almost managed to make it.
Look at that. Pirateer's doing some work with the Sydney Sleeper. He's really good with that.
Ooh.
I've got 30 seconds left on the clock. I don't know if Red could take this. No medic?
It's going to be a lot of effort if they're able to pull something out, but with 30 seconds to go, I don't think, as we've seen so many times before, that any team is going to allow them just to walk forward. So Solar Light is now versus Mr. Spade, takes him down, and that's a real opportunity for them there. Solar Light's gonna sneak back into the corner and maybe do something, but unfortunately fell into it's Jazzy, Stickies, and that was an unfortunate end to Solar Light with now 9 seconds to go. There's a real opportunity here. Tearsfall is sneaking
Solar Light needs to get on the point.
Everybody does need to get on the point. Here comes Tearsfall, gonna try and make a stab at it, Jazz, and does not manage to do so. Gets taken down by Blur as well. Tilly's taken down as well. Aggro left on his own. Solar Light comes out there. Can he do anything against it, Jazzy? Don't know if he can. Yes, definitely does. Takes down the medic as well. Maybe go for Sway. Goes against Mr. Sway. Is not able to do so, but Sway's still up. Still a challenge. Blur Galaxian yeeting everybody off the point, and that is enough. That is enough damage.
Win. Seasonalander Spring EU 2025. Congratulations to the Mint Marks. Everyone,
absolutely,
what a game that was.
That was solid.
That was insane plays.
I cannot say that I have seen Highlander at this level with such equal teams, with everybody putting their hearts into it for quite some time. This has been quite an experience.
I feel tears welling, honestly, Aggro. It's quite that was quite wonderful. Yeah,
for sure.
That was something, really. That was fantastic plays.
Oh my goodness me. There's going to be some notes about that. I wonder who it is we're going to have the opportunity to talk to.
I think
when the interview starts, but
we'll probably get
I don't know.
Solar Light and Tearsfall from the losing the second team, which is the team.
The team.
Yes, the team. We'll be getting those fortresses in just a moment into our interviews, and we'll get to have a little chat with them. Very exciting, very nice.
Indeed. And while we wait for that, once more a reminder, ! Donate in chat. We'll send you the link to allow you to donate some money towards these fantastic charities, Starlight Children's Foundation, who just make kids' lives a little bit better when they have to go to hospital. And if that isn't a worthy cause, I don't know what is. So, while we wait for these players to hang out and to come and join us, I feel spent. I just feel so exhausted.
Oh, Aggro, tell me about it, honestly.
I genuinely do not know if I have the voice. I'm slightly fearful that if I stop talking, I won't be able to start again. That's why I keep going.
Oh, I get you completely. Honestly, that was some of the best TF2 I have watched in a long time. Like, it's been quite... welcome in, guys. Welcome, Solar Light. Oh, that was pretty incredible. And I must say, Tearsfall, you backed him up fantastically. Well done to you both for coming second. Like, fantastic job. You did amazingly. What do you have to say?
Well, it's like I did pretty well, I think. And I think everyone else did pretty well. It's just, I mean, I think I mean, humble brag, but
Yeah, that was the most bizarre humble brag I've ever heard.
I don't know about you guys, but yeah.
the team felt
Yeah,
it was a bit of a stacked team, but you know,
It was
it's fine.
damn good.
Everyone was having fun,
Mhm.
you know, like even though like it was getting a bit hopeless at the end, it's like
Your
everyone
clutch
was
plays.
still like having fun. No
no,
one was getting
oh,
tilted or anything.
No, that's good. That's what you want.
No,
Yeah, so I-
everyone we faced was just top of their class. Honestly, like it's good when you don't refer to them by saying, "Oh, med down" or "demo down." It's like, no. It's like Galaxian down, Jazzy down.
You remember them by name.
You have to.
Down sounds like a John Gear book.
Respect
That's
for it.
yeah. Ian M. Banks, Galaxian Down. Yeah. I think it can honestly be said that, I mean, it's so like you were, I think I compared you to a sticky bomb that you were effectively being launched into the enemy team. The amount of picks you got on med was incredible.
Yeah, happened very frequently.
A surgical knife just weaving in amongst the tendrils of existence of so many players just to find the one heart that is known as the med and removing them from existence. So many times was just terrifying to behold, and I feel so sorry for anyone who had to face you. As you say, you did pretty good.
Your half Sasuichi is screaming with the blood of its victims. That was incredible work. Honestly, I was
For sure.
I was not expecting. I mean, obviously the solo light plays are always incredible, but damn, what a time it was for you guys on that battlefield today. You really gave it your all.
Oh my god, the payload map where I got like 5 in a row.
Oh,
I was
payload
hopeless
map.
in the first round. The first round, when I was on like the axe, I was like struggling. But then on the next round, I just suddenly get 5 or whatever it was. I need to watch the clip again. That was like, what?
It was a really good streak you had there. Fantastic.
I can honestly say that payload map was probably the most excited I've been watching payload in a long time. That was
yeah, I know.
Did either? I mean, I'm trying to remember how it fell, but it was like 5 minutes for the first one, and
yeah, it was ridiculously fast.
It was like they nonstop pushed it for the rest of it. That's all I'm gonna butt in on.
No, it was definitely something. Like they've really almost rolled you, but then you managed to take it back. I just can't believe how fast that was. It was crazy work.
It was diabolical.
Did you? I mean, you must have felt. I certainly felt like elation watching you guys play that payload map.
Definitely.
Did you feel exhausted or elated? How did you come out of that map?
Screaming like a zoo.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Everyone
was getting pumped up,
yeah. Oh,
Comms
absolutely,
got a bit
yeah.
better.
Absolutely.
Comms got a bit better.
No, I was adding the countdown for what I charged at the start of every round. I thought that was kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
It did work. It did work.
Very exciting.
Yeah. So I've got to ask, like, because there was a bit of a pause between maps, and I know that I took the opportunity to knock down a couple of eggs. Did you have anything to munch on between matches?
No, I should get something later.
Okay. Never mind. You didn't miss out on it.
No, did you have anything? Any cheeky food before you ate that made you play so well?
I ate a whole steak with my bare hands. It didn't. I don't feel any stronger, so I don't think it's worked. And now my keyboard's greasy. So
have you tried punching anyone yet?
That's
I
true.
think it only doesn't.
Well,
Saxon
I did a
Hale
bunch of
in the
face
chat.
stab. Bunch of face stabs, but no, it didn't go through. So Freak Fortress is over. I'm sorry.
Wow. I genuinely, normally at this stage, I'm just so hyped about the games, and I think that everything went really well. But like, I feel exhausted from having casted these matches. I'm guessing you guys must feel like just so. Well, let me not try and put words into your mouths. How would you sum up your competition?
Look, I'm losing. Obviously, sucks. Like let's not let's not dance around
Not try
that.
and deny that.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but do you know what? As long as the fights are good and it's not a stomp, then you get amazing games like tonight, and that is the best thing about tournaments like this. Honestly, I was getting tilted myself. I was like, if I'm failing, I'm letting down the team, I'm not doing my job. But those moments where it does come through, it's amazing, and
Absolute synergy.
that's absolute synergy, and that's
Yeah.
when it feels amazing. And when the team comes together, they get on the point, and there's like a big cheer. It every time it feels amazing, and I'm so happy we had such a cool guy team. I don't know. We were dubbed as memers, and then we just sort of ran with it, and that's the best. I'm so glad we got that kind of team.
That is
You're
lovely
good
to hear,
as a team.
Tears. Thank you so much. Well, do you guys have any closing words, any remarks, anyone you would like to shout out before you
Any
head
shout
off?
outs you want to give?
Solo, anyone for you?
Shout out to my Sixers team, I guess.
Real. Solid.
Um,
Tears, what about you?
Shout out to Jazzy, who has put me in my place. I admit defeat. And I will see you next season, Lander, buddy.
Oh, calling him out. All
Ooh,
right, we'll see
fighting
how that
words.
goes next time.
Yeah, good luck with that.
We need an ongoing story.
It's law. It's
Nice.
law.
It's law. It's law.
Well, thank you both very much for
Nice.
coming, and thank you for playing, and congratulations on your second place trophy. Wear
Great job,
the badge
casting,
with
guys.
pride. We'll see you both soon.
Cheers.
Bye bye.
GG. All right, that was something. I wonder whether we get a chance to talk to some of the winners, though.
I think we're going to be getting the wonderful Hintshot and Mr. Sphere. Welcome in, you.
Ooh, yeah.
Congratulations on
Let's
your
go!
Yeah, how you feeling?
We're feeling absolutely cooked.
I bet.
It was unbelievably great match. Like I appreciate like winning, but working very hard. They made it
Yeah.
really hard to win,
They would. Oh my god, that was such a
and
intense
that
game.
what made it all worth. All worth it.
You guys did a
Take us
fantastic
through-
job.
Take us through how you felt after that first map, because I mean that I think was probably the closest map you ever had.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
We
the
were
second one.
exhausted, man. It went on for ages.
Yeah, we were scrambled. We didn't know where to hold, where to be. Like especially now as a soldier, I'm supposed to be holding the flank with the scout, but I couldn't decide. Some people go on right, and you know what? I'll be on the left because it's a closed area, and soldier can pretty much dominate there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it was really fun because all of our focus was just to see where Solarite is. There was like a special call out for Solarite. Don't
Just
engage
Solarite.
with them.
He was
It was-
terrorizing you guys for a long ass time, but you managed to pull through, especially the second map. Like after his taking of that last point, when you had like literally 2 seconds to go, I cannot believe that you pulled it back so well for the last time.
It was nuts, man. It was
Unbelievable.
nuts.
It was absolutely nuts. You're damn right.
Yeah,
I've got to admit, I've got to put my hand up now because you're going to hear it anyway when you watch the playbacks afterwards. But there was definitely moments in that second map where Inferno and I were saying, is it even possible? There's no way they can do this. Let's stop casting now. We're going pack our bags. There's mathematically impossible to do this. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know
The
whether they're
payload
even still
map.
trying.
That was some rough.
yeah,
to,
there was
rough to
so
defend.
many close moments, especially in that payload match. There was the moment when I stopped them from capping with the backup battalion and somehow managed to survive. And there's the moment where, in the end, they capped on 3 seconds. I that pumped the adrenaline in my body, so I was
weird,
ready.
right? It was weird because like we stomped it like on our first turn on
Yeah.
attack, and then we were like, okay, we've got loads of time. This should be okay. And then like
Yeah,
it just
yeah,
turns
yeah.
out defense is just really difficult on that map.
I mean, the temptation to say you should have pulled back sooner, or you should have set up defense. Like these are all things that in after when you go through the analytics afterwards, and you go through the maps, and if this was you playing as part of like an ongoing series or a LAN or something, you definitely sort of criticize yourself for mistakes you made. But I suppose in that moment, it would have been so easy, just like assume that you needed to get one more kill and the map was yours. It must have felt like really bad going into that. How do you bounce back from that and then put on such a great performance in the last map?
So what happened on the payload? I think we weren't really that familiar with it because when we played the map with the other team, they didn't go past the first point, so after that we
Mhm.
were like really new with them. We didn't know what we were doing, and then like we realized that the attack on that map is absolutely steamrolling because we could not defend. The points are
Yeah.
really close to each other, so usually when you lose a point, the engineer has to pick up his stuff and go back to one point, give the team the other point while he prepare on the next. He couldn't do that. He couldn't do that, and then basically on the last point when all the stress comes up, we couldn't do anything, and the spy got. And I have to say again for Tyrus, he said he sandbagged his team. I have to say he did. If he didn't backstab me there, I would have bombed in. I was ready to bomb in on that payload. So he was definitely a factor in that win there.
I think the two spies, both yourself, Hintshot, and Tursford, were incredibly effective and so instrumental at like.
You basically
every
controlled the
single
game
match I
from
ever
the
played.
sidelines, from the behind. It was crazy.
Maybe I don't. I think their sniper took a little too long. I was like counting the deaths before the sniper equipped the Razorback in that first round. It didn't take that long, but then like by the end, I adapted to it and was just like, if I
Done.
just stab his Razorback, he just sort of he just sort of panics and then maybe goes back to spawn, which is sort of just the same as stabbing him anyway. So I
That
was
is
ended up
true.
doing that. So it was more just mental stack. By the end of it, which doesn't
You
appear on the
were
scoreboard,
like
unfortunately.
absolutely and
But,
analyzing their mental, and you completely played to that advantage, and it was very impressive.
Their medic
Gotta
was
say.
very good at not getting backstabbed. I will say their medic was very slippery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
think it's worthwhile pointing out as well, Hintshot, you certainly towards the last map.
Here it comes.
There were plenty of occasions where you were just a dominant force.
Absolutely.
I ended up following you more than following anyone else, just wondering what you're gonna do.
What's he gonna pull out of the hat this time?
That said,
No, we don't need to talk about it. I don't think we need to talk about it.
So,
So thank you guys.
Everyone saw it here. It's
I
fine.
really
It's fine.
appreciate you guys bringing us in this interview. We're ready to go now. We're good. Thank you guys for watching the stream. Thank you everyone for donating. Nothing more needs to be said.
No, essentially, well, to
Absolutely.
be fair, you redeem yourself immediately with the double stab after that, so don't even worry about it.
Yeah, that made me feel a little bit
Don't worry
better,
about it.
Yeah,
I didn't think I was near the
you're good,
teleporter, okay? I thought I was like far
I
enough
saw
away
it
from
on
it.
stream. I knew exactly what was going to happen.
I think everybody has his own moment.
I
It's all
cursed you. I'm
good.
sorry. It's all my fault.
I think I'll just have
sure.
to bear this cross forever, and I'll be seeing those gifts all the time now.
It's shot telefrag.
But you know, entertainment factor.
Oh, definitely.
Indeed, you definitely brought the entertainment. Speaking of bringing the entertainment, who would you like to give a shout out to, both on your own team, on the other teams, your mum and dad, anyone else? Who's good in your life right now?
SV, I'll let you go first.
All right, I'd like to give a shout out to the red team, specifically Tiris and Astralis. They carried themselves. Tiris said he practiced spy, and he was really worried about doing it. I'm just telling you, you're doing absolutely fantastic. You surprised us multiple times. Also, Astralis was insanely good on sniper. I had to try and focus on him more than the medic. Just to actually make my team go through, and of course, who cannot shout out Sorrelite, because he was basically the Jaws, basically the shark. Every time we hear Demo Man scream, we just assume he's coming for us, and it's just like all panic.
Just run away.
It's
What
like,
about you, Hint? What have you got working? Any projects? Any people?
I will on our team. I will have to give a shout out to Jazzy. Anytime I died and was spectating, and it cut to him, he was just like doing work and just racking up kills. And he was also like our main like shot caller. Would you say, Svi? Like the whole time, he was just like the call
point guy.
for him. Yeah, I guess
absolutely.
so. But just like he's lethal with that crits. And then on the opposite team, I'd say the sniper was really good. I tried to lock them down a lot, but they were really paranoid. I'd like to shout out Eddie because I backstabbed him a lot, and from the first round, he was very upset with me, and I had to actually apologize to him.
Hint blast. That's sweet.
He
Yeah,
still
he's a
won't
sweet guy.
re-add you on Steam. He still will not add you on Steam.
Not anymore.
Eternal Ops.
Yeah, Eternal
No,
Ops, I fear.
It's
Definitely
it's
from
all
today.
love. Oh, 100%, 100%. No
Love you,
doubt, no
Eddie.
doubt. Well, thank you both very much for coming by. Honestly,
And
pleasure to have you, and
congratulations
congratulations on
as well.
winning.
Thank you
this
so much
season.
for hosting the event.
Thank you guys.
It was a
Thank you.
pleasure. It was a
Yeah,
pleasure.
thank you guys for casting. Well done.
Oh, of course. How could we not? Always lovely to watch you guys
Say
play.
that. Say that.
I
Thank you
like
very
I
much,
like
Hint.
I like Hintshot saying, "Well done on casting." How did you watch it? You're playing. And-
Yeah, maybe you should be playing more.
Oh, that's why I didn't do well. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's all
I'm
on
gonna
fire
blame
now.
the
Here we go.
telephone.
Here we go.
I had the stream open on the monitor.
Again, thank you
Yeah, you
so
should have
much,
predicted that. Come on, Hint.
and it was
Rookie
a pleasure.
mistake. Rookie error.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us.
Watch later
Of
as well.
course, Fee. And thank you very much for
GG,
coming
more
on.
than welcome.
No
Yeah,
worries.
always. We'll see you both
Cheers,
very
guys.
soon. Yeah, see
You
you
guys
soon.
have a good one.
Yeah,
Take
you
care.
too.
GG.
GG's.
Well, after that concludes the EU portion of Seasonalander 2025 spring season. How are you feeling, Aggro? How are you feeling after that?
Can't believe it's over.
5-hour
That
stream.
sucks.
Where
Why
did
is
the
it done
time
now?
go?
I'm just getting into it.
I know. Literally only just got
How
locked
is that
in.
possible? Is it? But I mean, I think the best part of this is that we get to relax. You and I, we get to chill out, put our feet up,
Brilliant.
maybe crack open a cold glass of water, and
yes.
enjoy watching the
North American version.
Seasonalander play out. It's going to be pretty epic. Some of these players are just absolutely top notch. We're really looking forward to seeing what is coming forward from this. We've got Ian the Awesome has unmuted himself. I'm not sure whether he wants to say a few words before we cut over, but either way, I'm going to give you, Inferno, the chance to do some shout outs while you're here.
Well, thank you very much, Aggro. Well, I mean, I've got to shout out, well, you, of course. Thank you very much for being here with me and hosting again. It's always lovely. And Ian, the project lead, for coming up with Seasonalander and inviting us back again for the probably third time we've done this. I'd like to shout out everyone who played today. Hint Shots, V, Solar Light, everyone. They did fantastic jobs.
Those two players and everyone. Yeah, go.
Yeah, no, of course. I can't list the other like 20 to 50, 40
That's quite a lot of people. Yeah,
I would also like to give some thanks to, of course, well, the people who are playing next, the NA players, the Chuckle Nuts, Zenith, of course, people in chat right now. Thank you very much. Thank you all for watching. All the donators who will donate and have donated, and just thank you, the viewer, for being here. It's a pleasure to be around. And Aggro, of course, I hand the mic to you. What have you got to say?
My goodness me, who's to be thanked after that? I mean, I want to thank my mum and dad. I want to thank your mum and dad because for some reason you managed to leave them out of your
I know, I'm
yous.
so fake.
I want to thank chat. I want to thank the people who are in chat right now who haven't said anything this entire time and just lurking. I want to thank special shout out to the lurkers, whoever you are. And I know
Just
that you're
watching
not
the
going to
stream.
respond to this because you're just watching. You don't have to participate in chat, but if you can, just say a few words, just say hi, just whatever. We appreciate you. But thank you very much to all of the guys from Seasonalander who are working, as I say, beavering away in the background. I don't necessarily get the shout outs that they deserve. People who are responsible for administration, responsible for sorting out what music's going to be played, putting together graphics, all of the jobs that you forget are there unless you actively go looking
Production.
for them. So many
Airballer,
people.
of course. Thank you very much
my
for being
goodness
here.
me.
I was going to
How
say,
could we
I
forget?
wanted to shout out Airballer.
He's too
Gray
good.
And Dr. Underscore, JMax Chill. Anyone who's
Oh, yes.
produced for us in the past, we have to shout them out. They've done
JMax
awesome
Chill,
jobs.
always fantastic. And Airballer, today, your first time doing a big production like this, you did a great job. So thank you very much for being here with us.
Yeah, especially to Airballer.
You did fantastically. Honestly, it's brilliant.
And I think that's enough from me and you. Let's tip our hats
Sign
in
out.
the general direction North American. But thank you very much for everyone who's watched. This has been just one incredible experience and not one that I'm going to be forgetting anytime soon.
Definitely not.
GG,
So,
everyone.
Aggro, thank you very much. Ian, thank you. Airballer, we'll see you all very soon. And good luck to all the NA players. Good night from EU.